Have you ever gone out and seen someone who looked really cool? Something about their aura just looked fantastic, and you just really wanted to strike up a conversation with them. You wanted to get to know them. You wanted to be their friend. I've had this many times where when I'm out in public, I see someone who just seems really with it, and something about their aura, I can't even explain, was really cool, and I just wanted to get to know them. However, the overthinking mind, what does it do? It often says the same recurring thing. They would never talk to me in the first place. Why would I even bother trying? They don't want to know me. It's obvious. And I noticed that this thought happened very, very often. So the past few days, I tell myself that whenever this feeling came, that's an indication that I need to try most to actually go and see this person and try to talk to them, to confront this fear, to actually show myself that it's not as scary as my mind is making it out to be. And the learning from this, the past few days of doing this several times, has been tremendous. And I'd like to share it with you. Normally, when someone is alone, then I think to myself, oh, they're alone. They don't want to be disturbed. Of course not. Or they're in a group. The mind will still find an excuse and say, oh no, they're in a group. They're already comfortable with their friends. Why would they want another person to join in on the conversation? If I get rejected, then imagine the embarrassment. That person I was approaching rejected me. Even the friend saw this. So now I'm embarrassed in front of a group of people. So what happened was, one of the people I saw who seemed like they had a really cool aura and I wanted to get to know them, was sitting alone. The mind thought, oh no, this person's alone. They're obviously maybe waiting for their friend, or maybe they don't want to be disturbed. But I said, no, I'm going to have a conversation. Just a random conversation starter. And immediately this person's face lit up. It was like they were waiting for someone to speak with them. And normally you get a good idea of another person wanting to keep the conversation going by asking questions to you in return. And this kept happening. When I'd ask questions, the person would give follow-up answers in great depth, and then I'd ask follow-up questions to me. So this kept the conversation going. Then another time I saw a person in a group and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna strike up a conversation. And this person was also ecstatic to see that someone had a conversation with them. This person also answered my questions in depth and then also tried to keep the conversation going by asking me my name and kind of asking me about my interests, my hobbies, my goals. So there was a great lesson that I learned in this. And this was that I should not reject myself. I should have the other person reject me. Why am I counting myself out in the first place? Let the other person reject me. Why am I rejecting myself before I even give myself the chance to meet someone? I also learned that the mind loves to create excuses. It loves to create problems. However, if you don't give your mind the chance to do that, and if you challenge it by actively going out and kind of showing the mind that, hey, it's not that scary, then there's really nothing to fear. Then the chance of you even getting rejected is also low. The chance of someone saying that they don't want to be friends with you or giving you the cold shoulder is also low, because you're giving the aura that you have the confidence and you've done this before and people have wanted to talk to you in the past. And another great lesson I learned was that the people that I thought had the coolest aura and maybe they wanted to associate with others the least, for me, from my perspective, it seemed like they were almost waiting for someone else to start a conversation with them. Many people that I started a conversation with that I was very fearful I would get rejected from were the ones who seemed most keen for someone to actually start a conversation with them. They seemed more engaged in the conversation once it started than I did. And this showed me that actually, I think many people want to be approached. Many people do actually want to have conversations started with them, but they themselves are maybe a little bit embarrassed. And maybe because they seem a little bit close, we think that, oh no, they don't want to be friends with me. They don't want to have a chat with me. But I think it's quite on the contrary. Next time you see someone who looks pretty cool or something about their aura just makes you want to be friends with them, maybe the mind will come up with an excuse and will say, nah, they would never start a conversation with me. Just remember to tell yourself, why am I rejecting myself before I even get the chance to even try to approach someone? And just remember that talking with a stranger can open up so many doors. You have really no idea. I hope this video was insightful. Take on board what's useful, disregard what isn't, and hopefully I'll catch you around. Bye.